I've seen all your clips. I haven't seen the Michelle Obama clip yet, but like you're not having someone on where it's let's get the whole let's hear about the whole fucking story.
I think the only time I would ever do that is if I was interviewing like a homeless man.
Yeah.
That's the only time you're like, I need everything that's going on here. Like, why?
And I'm sorry for bumping them, by the way. The homeless man.
Yeah, dude. The homeless man?
The homeless.
Stephen Homeless
Yeah. Stephen Steve Homeless man.
Stephen Homeless man. Thank you for being here instead of him. He is a dick. I think he's running for mayor, Stephen Homelessman.
He's at least walking for mayor, I think. That guy, those legs.
Stumbling for mayor would be a fucking... You know what? I don't understand why they haven't done that in the city. I don't know why. Instead of like runs, there should be stumbles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. And I don't like to talk politics, but I do believe that a stumble for mayor would be fucking sick. I think it would be appropriate.
I also thought a funny thing to do was like years ago, and this is me being a piece of shit, but I wanted to see how many people I could get behind a thing called the Run for Change. Where honestly, it just starts out like people are like, oh, we're going to, but it's for homeless people.
Yeah.
It's the Run for Change to change homelessness. But really what it is me behind a truck throwing out change and letting homeless people run.
The Run for Change.
The Run for Change. Yeah. And I wanted to see how many people would show up on the side for this big benefit or this big philanthropic ideology. And it's just like, no, I wanted to see how many people could do it. And
it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I ran it by my boss.
Yeah.
Which of all people, because she was like, because I was writing it down and she was like, what are you doing? Like, I'm thinking about like starting this thing called the Run for Change for homeless people. She's like, oh my God, that's amazing. Really? You're going to, we have a very big problem here. I'm like, no, but like, I'll be on the back of a truck throwing out change. Like, I'm going to change, like, I'm going to get like $200.
See, it's a play on words.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, you're a terrible person. I'm like, yeah, well, fuck you.
I love that you ran it by your boss. So I was trying to figure out what job you had as if like, do you want in on this? Like, can you facilitate the Run for Change?
I was working at a grocery store.
Yeah, right.
I was working at a grocery store at the time.
Right.
And that's another place where, you ever had a job where you can just kind of like fuck around?
Yeah.
As long as you do your job, you can kind of fuck around super hard.
Yeah.
And that was one of those places where, I was also part of a union. So it was almost impossible to get fired.
Incredible.
And I had done some things where if I was at another place, I definitely would get fired. We once put a kid in a Baler.
What is that?
So it's a thing that crushes.
He got admitted into the University of Baylor in Texas. we got a kid into Baylor University.
One of his things was that he did the Run for Change.
Yeah, and he got it.
He was like, whoa, dude, you're fucking making things work.
It's incredible. But what is a Baylor?
Baylor is where you put... you ever been behind or I don't know why you would have been behind a grocery store.
It is funny. Look at who you're talking to right now. It's like,
Blake,
in what world do I
hung out behind a grocery store?
Blake, have you ever worked with your hands? Have you ever unmoisturized your hands?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Those boots are just for show, dude.
Oh, of course they are.
They're fuck. They look great though.
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Thank you. I could run for so much change in these goddamn boots.
You could seriously.
I could clop my way.
That would be another thing. Is if there was just one ringer in the Run for Change.
Yes.
Like a fucking sleeper homeless guy that isn't really fucking homeless and he just fucking starts elbowing motherfuckers, getting all the change. I just want to make a difference, Blake.
And it's coming through. It's coming through with what you're saying.
Thank you. I'm really just one of those guys that's just out here and I see problems and I want to solve them, dude.
It's point A to point B.
But a Baler is where you put cardboard in at the end of the day and it crushes it down.
Oh, okay.
And then you put like big metal wires around it. You make a bale of cardboard to be taken away and recycled.
You put a human being.
So what we did was we were fucking with this new guy, me and this guy named Justin. And like looking back on it, like, yeah, I guess it was pretty fucked up. But
it's revisionist
we
history.
we were funsing. It was a funner.
Yeah.
So we told him that he had something was wrong with the Baler. This was like after I think the store just closed, and we got him and myself and Justin were back there, and he went in the Baler. And once he went in, we swung. So the door is this gigantic iron door, and when it closes and you spin this like wheel, it like latches shut, and there's no way you can get out of it. And then we closed the gate over top of it.
Yeah.
And then we started hitting the operate button, and then it's this slow, just like.
Like Star Wars.
If you were to die, it would be the most horrific death of your life.
Jesus Christ.
So this
You'd be boxed.
This 16-year-old kid.
They'd cube you.
Yeah, dude, he would have been cubed, and he would have fit in that casket perfectly.
Yeah.
He would have been.
That is funny.
It would have just been perfect.
I'm sorry. Why is generally a casket is a rectangle or a cylinder?
Yeah.
Why is this one the length and width equal?
Cube skits?
Yeah,
dude, we have.
You could pile them all on top of each other. It would save so much space.
That's how they would do it in China. Because apparently they bury people standing straight up in Asia. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Yeah, apparently they do it because they're running out of room.
They need to stop dying over
and they
there.
line up. Yeah, what are you doing, Asia? Stop dying or stop fucking. One of the two. One of the two. Put that on.
That's my
t-shirt.
favorite Bond movie title. Stop dying and stop fucking. That's my favorite.
Roger Moore ruled in that one.
Dude, it was not. Yeah,
he was the best one. He did Full Frontal. He hung trunk.
Full Frontal
in Stop Dying and Stop Fucking.
Yeah,
for the Queen.
And he did neither in that movie. Spoiler,
he didn't die. Or fuck. You know what? They never show Bond fucking.
They won't.
And I don't know why. Why
sucks.
don't you think they will never show? Wait, is there any nudity in Bond films? Besides suggested nudity?
No, it is, and it is suggested.
It is very suggested because I've seen them get into showers and there's like
it's more than a whisper. Yeah, there's some side boob, I believe,
a little bit, but no nip.
But Daniel Craig's ass.
Yeah, you would have thought they would have been like, "Yo, show them Bonds."
We need before his final film. We gotta
see ass,
full ass.
I want to see Craig's ass.
Yeah,
before they just fuck it up with like a female Bond. Then again. A female Bond, you would think, would give them the license to be more sexy, which is also a great Bond film.
License to be more sexy
is the next Bond
one after
film.
The other.
And I don't know why they don't do it. I would think if they had a female Bond, they would make her, or they're going to do that.
That's never going to happen.
Or they do that thing where they make her like super tough, like every female protagonist in a movie where it's like a male-dominated MI6 thing. They're just going to be like, she's grizzled. And you don't know whether or not you're attracted to that.
I probably am.
Yeah, you're going to be.
I'm just gonna
That's the thing, too, is like when people are like, oh, do you like a woman who's like more like masculine? I'm like, is she hot?
Yeah.
Is she hot? Because
toned is like a tone. Like, you know.
Now,
like
wait, you want tone, not like jacked.
Jack can do, I think it's when the trapezius supersedes a certain height. You know, or like I can deal with some for sure, but I think that's when, just personally, I think there's nothing.
So traps are not where it's at for you.
Well, it's like, are you an ass guy? Are you a boob guy? Are you a trap guy? You're not a trap guy, but like nice arm, like you know, even a jacked arm, like to a point.
What's it to a point? Do you know who Lean Beef Patty is?
Turkey melt patty.
Blake, do you know?
Watch your mouth. Lean Beef Patty.
Lean Beef Patty.
No.
If you don't know who Lean Beef Patty is, you should follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
She is
underscores or just one?
I think it's all one.
Thank God.
Which is how a lean beef patty should be.
It is lean.
Yeah, it's super
because
lean.
Underscore or dash periods.
But then again, I would think those would be. Oh, there she is. Oh yeah.
That is.
Pull up that picture. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, is that too jacked for Blake Wexler?
That is slightly over the boy. The abs are great. I can deal with it.
Abs are great.
And
can you deal with the thighs?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. And
now the shoulders there in that one
to where the right.
Yeah. Which I'm not against. I'm not against it at all.
I don't even know if it's a lack of attraction. I think I'm so vain that like I can't handle like
someone looking better than you.
Well, I mean that I can. It's just like in that way where I'm like the shoulder exercises that I'm gonna have to do to at least be on par.
Oh, so you want to keep up?
Yeah, or at least be in the same realm, and I'm not. Like that's not. I'm not even fucking close to that.
I don't think if let's just say hypothetically, Lean Beef Patty, if you're listening, that we go on a date, and if you were like, yo, I got to take this shirt off, and I'm wearing like I would not be like, yo, I feel self-conscious about what I have. I'd be like, yo, in my head, I'm just like, I will fucking wreck you no matter what's going on.
That's love
my whole thing is like, yo, I'm gonna fucking destroy you later. Whatever you think you're pulling, I'm fucking you up.
Whatever shenanigans you're going on.
You think that's great? It's like, I'm gonna wreck that ass no matter what.
See, that's funny because it's not even an emasculated thing. I would be the same way with eyelashes. Like I'm like, if I don't have better eyelashes than you, I'm gonna get like them threaded or some shit. Like I'm gonna get extensions.
You're gonna make yourself look.
Yeah. If it's something I would take pride in.
So if a lady had long, like ridiculous fingernails, like those really nice jeweled motherfuckers.
Yes.
Would you be like, fuck this?
I'm gonna have to.
I'll
see you in 6 months.
You have to go full Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
You have to go full fucking skewer.
Frederick fucking Krueger.
Fucking.
I vomit on my pants and do nothing about it. Just keep talking. It stinks in here, and I'm just like,
dude.
I think the Sixers might pull it out on Thursday. It's like you fucking vomit.
I have to keep it on there.
Dry.
I have to keep it on.
I have to keep it on.
This is the End Podcast.
Welcome.
With Ryan Shanner. I'm here with Blake Wexler. You know him from the Blake album, Stuffed Boy, A Lifetime of Laughter, and
God.
Live from the Pandemic.
Nice job.
Yeah, I remember your album.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Someone asked to. I'm glad it's you.
I got to be honest with you, didn't buy them. Didn't buy it.
No. There's no need to. And
I did not buy.
I think there's a nice little community of people who didn't buy them as well.
But all your biggest supporters, I could only imagine. Everyone is just like, dude, you're doing a great job. I will not spend money.
No, it's like there is a gap in between the compliments that I've been receiving and the money.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate you memorizing.
Yeah.
At the very least. Yeah.
I thought about it last night. I was like, I know he's got like 4 albums, and I know the last one, but I don't remember the other one. And the only one that stuffed out of me was Stuffed Boy.
Yeah,
that's the only one that stuck out to me because that's like just a funny album name.
Thank you. I really like that album.
That is and the cover, the album art is great.
Thank you.
That's great too.
Yeah, Britt Boswell, who does art in Philly, did it, and she's amazing.
Now, did you give her any creative license to that, or you just say Did you have stipulations? You'd be like, yo, fool, fucking do whatever you want.
I'm so bad to work with on graphic design. It's crazy. Like the requests, if I could find an email at some point, it's one of the notes that I gave her is, can we make the Stuffed Boy less hot? Was one of the notes where like he was really like,
wait, how hot was she making this Stuffed Boy?
His jaw, like, which I appreciate my own jawline, but like it was unrealistic.
Yeah.
This jawline. And I was like, we need to
softer.
We need to soften up the jawline of the Stuffed Boy. And she did. She took a note very well. There's also, I work with her on a lot of projects because there's only so many people at this point who will work with me on it, and the notes are always very fun.
Now, you don't seem like a very demanding guy.
No, incredibly polite.
Sure, but you're like, if you don't do this, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm sorry.
I'm sharpening a pen. I sharpen just a whole bunch of pencils while I'm giving the note, and there is a horrific like, and then I like fucking get pissed off.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Small. I like to get my energy out in a like soft terrorism.
You're like a mean, like a stern assistant principal. you know,
there's no real power.
There's no real power whatsoever. But you're just like you're drunk with it.
Yeah,
you're like drunk with power.
I'm overcompensating for my title.
Holy shit!
For sure. No, it's always very polite. It's just like I have a specific idea of what I think is funny and right, and then but she's also so great where she'll do it away and I'll be like, oh no, that's it, like that I was wrong. That was the right way to do it.
Yeah, I'm also one of those people, like I'll have an idea of what I want, but I'm like, if someone's like, this is the better way, I'm like, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Yeah,
and like I will never really especially if it's someone older than me.
Yes.
Someone who has more experience than me, and I'm also susceptible to agreeing with people taller than me, just out of history of my life. It's just like anytime someone is bigger than me, I'm like, yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, that's so sad.
Like, but not like if someone, like if a taller guy's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm like, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's different.
But if
and you will kill.
But if a taller man was like, I think we have to go this way, I'm like, you're probably right.
With that,
like,
they can probably see the direction.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, in my head, I'm like, you are up.
Periscope.
You can see what's going on. I can't, and then I'll just follow with whatever's going on. And part of me is like, if you fuck up, then I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I'll follow you to wherever you need to go, but don't
Yeah.
you make a wrong decision. I swear
Tall
to God.
until proven guilty.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Another Bond film that bombed at the box office.
I wonder how many.
It was like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the antagonist in the movie.
Oh my
It's like,
God!
yes,
Just Bond going up against like what's his deal? It's like no, he's just really tall.
He's so tall.
Bond, he's just
We gotta take him out.
We
He's too
got it.
tall.
It's like how do I do it? It's like we don't know yet.
Knees,
Ankles. That I've also watched a fair amount of. I'm not like a Bond guy. I'm not
No,
like
that's okay.
I know people who are like
Neither am I.
all about Bond.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it. I think it's a good series. I don't think there's like terrible movies. But I do think it's funny that I've never seen Bond like execute somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder
like,
if
I've
that's
never,
his values or something.
I've never
you know?
seen him like put a gun straight to someone's head and then pull the trigger and
Good child.
yeah, dude, just like fuck someone up to a point where you're like, whoa,
whoa.
James! Like I've never seen anybody just be like, whoa,
No.
James Bond.
Cut, like the actors in the movie call cut. They're
Yeah,
like,
they're like,
cut.
whoa,
What
whoa,
the fuck
whoa.
is that?
He's
The
like,
back of a motorcycle.
he's like going out of control. He's like putting a credit card in somebody's mouth and kicking it into their face. And they're like, whoa, James.
Creative.
That is very horrific.
Yeah.
James Bond. That's like John Wick is the new James Bond for like, but without the, and he's violent.
He's
the
fuck
violent
around.
guy.
Yeah.
He'll throw a fucking hatchet into your face.
He has.
You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
has done it.
Mhm.
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
I've seen it with my own two
I love
eyes.
it. I saw it. I was there. I was there watching it. But that I think is kind of crazy now that we now just love ultra over the top violence as where like Bond was suggested nudity, suggested brains being blown out. Like people die,
Of course.
but you don't see it.
No.
Which I kind of like. I'm with and I'm not at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm
I
with
think
and
it's
I'm
good
not.
there's both, where like it's like, oh, if I want to watch something, and I don't know if more tasteful is the right way to say it, but like
Tasteful
if I want to see
violence?
tasteful violence, I'll put on James Bond.
Sure.
If I want to just like get my hands dirty, like I'll fucking watch John Wick.
Sure. But it's even with John Wick, I guess we're so desensitized, like even the crazy shit I see, I'm like, that's not that over the top. Like that's not that over the top, even though some of it is like fucking wild.
Right.
But you're just like, that's not that bad. I need someone's jaw ripped completely off of their face.
Yes.
And their tongue flopping around, like out of control shit. Which, I mean, what makes me wonder, like, what is going to be the next type of out of control? Like,
I think what they do is they somehow make one of the characters getting hurt like a member of your family that you're watching, where they put like your brother's face on a bad guy, and you're like, Derek? Then they kill Derek.
Blake, you are onto something.
I think I might be.
I think that would be, because like I remember years ago, you could, especially in Pennsylvania, when if they were filming, like, I know it happened in the 90s, the 90 remake of Night of the Living Dead, they needed extras to be zombies, and you could like fill out a form and just be a guy walking in the background, and if you were a good looking enough zombie, they'd kill you.
Yeah.
Which is dope. I think they
sick.
did that with The Walking Dead as well. However, how awesome would it be to just be collateral damage in a John Wick film? And like, it's like, hey, it's like, and you're wearing a shirt that says Derek or something.
My name is, yeah.
It's like your head blows up or gets cut off. That would be fucking awesome.
That'd be really
Why
cool.
doesn't that happen more?
It's coming.
That's got to be like the new thing.
Kill me in this movie.
Kill me in this movie, which is also a great Bond movie.
It keeps getting worse and worse.
Like, kill me in this movie.
168 minutes of chaos is just the name of another Bond movie.
It's just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even fucking know.
We don't know.
Bond has gone off the rails.
It's improvised. The whole thing is improvised.
Yeah, that would be. I've also thought about that too, as a movie. Instead of having a script, if you got like 7 method actors, like serious method actors,
Yes.
you gave them, the synopsis of like who the character is. They went full method and lived that life for a month. And then they all interacted with one another.
Oh my God.
With at one point in time, scene for scene. And they knew like, this is your nemesis or this is your ally or this is your guy. And then they all had there no lines, just like trying to get through it would be fucking awesome.
It's like just 7 mentally ill people.
Yes.
Like just because there has to be a level of just wild insanity to commit to. I'm kind of picturing a like people from history also where like, I'm Abraham. Like,
oh my
this guy
God.
knows he's Abraham Lincoln.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. Bring him out of it.
D-Day Lou, dude.
Yeah.
He's going to go fucking wild. Get him out of Lincoln 2.
Yeah.
The Revenge.
Dude, apparently, like on set, he was so in character.
Oh, yeah.
That someone came to do like a guest starring role, like a famous actor. Of course, I don't remember their name. And he was like, "Oh, like, can we take a photo real quick?" And Daniel Day-Lewis was, "What is this device that you have in your hand,
dude?"
And the director was like, "Oh, this is a crazy thing." And he had to like pull the
director had to explain.
And the director was like, "I'm like, we can't really have phones or anything." Like the guy, it's like he's Lincoln. He's Lincoln. We can't freak him out with phones or anything. It's just like, sorry, Mr. Like they called him Mr. President.
Wow.
On set, which I like in a sick way. I want to be called Mr. President.
I think you could. I mean, Blake, I got to be honest with you. It's 2023.
Yeah.
You could start going by Mr. President, and no one would be able to tell you now.
Mr./President.
Yeah. If you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
My pronouns are Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Do not deviate.
It's like we can't book Blake anymore. He said
he's really progressive.
It sucks. It sucks being around him.
Have you ever said "What's up, dude"? He flips out. He
Mr.
doesn't.
President.
It's President Wexler.
Dude, President is what my wife can call me.
Yeah, you're not fucking.
Yeah.
I wish though with Daniel Day-Lewis, because like you think about the way that Heath Ledger when he was being the Joker.
Yeah, yeah.
And then later they talk about how his whole psyche was fucked up from being that character, which apparently led to his demise and Mary-Kate Olsen. Let's not point fingers.
Wait, were they dating or did she go nuts?
Apparently she was like the last person.
I understand
was the last person to see him alive, and apparently like was with him when he may have been doing. I may be fucking this up, but I remember
it doesn't need to be right.
It doesn't need to be right.
None of this needs to
be right.
No.
I can say whatever I want.
That's
and
right.
also, did you know you can defame dead people and they can't do anything about it?
I do.
We can say whatever we want about Heath Ledger and there's not a goddamn thing anybody can do about it. So I'm going to go right off the rails and say, man, what a treat. What a treat Heath Ledger was. What a great guy.
I agree.
Amazing man. Stunk like shit, I heard.
I
bet he was the smelliest dude, was never able to shake off, the Imaginarium of Mr. Parnassus or Dr. Parnassus, whatever the fuck that was.
Let's go with Doctor to get the respect going.
And then he died.
Crazy.
But I heard, I just want to, like him being so in his head about being the Joker. And then like him kind of being paranoid about it. I wish that would happen with Daniel Day-Lewis, where like just one thing followed him from Lincoln. Like he couldn't go to theaters ever. He was just like, I can't go in there. It's like, why? It's like, there might be a guy. I can't. Like, just like, I can't. There might be a guy.
The guy who plays Kendall Roy on Secession is a big method actor. And I'm laughing at the idea that he also in this world stars as John Wilkes Booth in a biopic. And so you have him doing that actor, and then you have Daniel Day-Lewis being Lincoln, and then Kendall Roy actor kills
that would be fucking
Daniel
awesome.
Day-Lewis. I kind of lost my way.
You did a little bit. Yeah. It was, dude. It's hard. It's hard.
There's a lot of moving parts here in my
It's a fucking
defense.
mechanism, dude. I get it.
Yeah,
but that would be awesome.
I think it would be insane. Like. And you could see it coming from a mile away. It's like, guys, somebody's got to fucking step in. He's going to kill him.
So he just keeps talking about it.
Yeah. Does no one else see this coming?
It's like, no, he was joking, man. He was just fucking around. It's like, no, he was not.
He believes.
And shooting Daniel Day-Lewis in the back of the head at a premiere would be the best.
Insane.
Like, it would suck. You're losing one of the greatest actors
I don't want
of
it
all
to happen.
time. I don't want it to happen.
But we're talking about it.
But that's fucking awesome.
Yes. what's his face? John Wilkes Booth was like the Daniel Day-Lewis of his time, and
Sure.
an incredibly famous actor. Like he was like Matt Damon.
Very method to his racism, though.
He
Very
was.
method
He
to
really
his
leaned into that.
He really
yeah.
did. He's like, look,
also like Matt Damon. He was a horrific racist. I don't know if that's true.
Well,
yeah.
Matt Damon.
I hope it's not.
We gotta.
He's alive, so we can't.
He is.
defame
We
him.
can't say that.
No. And I didn't.
But he did. He did.
didn't
He
say
said
it.
he heard that.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah, I did.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. I also heard that
Someone else said it.
that Oprah Winfrey has beaten a child.
I've read that.
I've heard that.
I've read it.
I don't know if it's actually true.
No.
But it doesn't surprise me, actually.
No.
When you have that much daytime talk show power, there's only so many things you can do to like get your rocks off.
You know what? I'm going to cancel my subscription to her magazine right
I think
now.
you
I'm
should.
fucking
Don't
sick of
just
this.
get out of the
And I
book
read it.
club.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
You read the O?
Huh? God, yes.
What do you get out of the O?
Inspiration, primarily new books to read. So I order all the books. I actually don't read them. Edit that out. But I do order all her books.
You strike me as the type. Are you a big reader? You a big reader?
I thank you for saying that.
You just strike me as the type.
Getting so tired while reading at night. And
that's the point, man.
And here's the thing too. I only read like nonfiction books because I want to try to like learn about history. And all the books I've been choosing are so fucking boring that I just can't
What are
stay
you
up.
learning about?
I started trying to learn about the French Revolution.
Idiot.
And I got 100 pages in, and it took me
You
like
got-
6 months to get 100 pages in.
That-
And I went on like I was on my honeymoon during that period, and I couldn't read a fucking page.
Did you even get to the cool stuff
I got
with Robespierre and the Bastille?
I'm there now. I just got past the Bastille, and I think I'm just so fucking fatigued, like over time from reading this book, that even like so they beheaded a guy, the mayor of the town.
Hell yeah.
And then like showed him his head to his son and was moving his mouth up.
That's awesome. Now, when they're making a book like, look, I'm going to sound very childish.
I love it.
If you're going to write a historical book like that, about a man who is then decapitated, and then to insult the son of the decapitated man, you manipulate his lower jaw to talk to him like a puppet. It's got to be a pop-up book.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
It's got to be a pop-up book where you can pull the thing down and just make their mouth move. It's like, fuck yeah, dude. Adult pop-up books? Why isn't that a thing? I'm pretty sure they do actually have those.
It's otherwise like a college textbook, except for that one page.
One part.
Like, what are we supposed to do? Our hands are tied.
It's like,
we
look,
need to make a pop-up book.
We had to do like the visual, like writing this down, you're not going to get the visuals.
Yeah.
Even if your head tries to construct it, like some people,
no matter the imagination,
they don't have the gore in there. Some people don't have the capacity to make something so horrific in their head.
No.
So you have to show them via cardboard and taps. I don't understand why it doesn't happen more.
It's clear.
I also am the type of guy, like I'm not a big reader. That's
okay.
It's, everyone thinks I am, which I don't understand. I know you don't, and I know Danny doesn't.
I never said that you weren't a big reader. I've never said that.
That I wasn't, or you think I am?
I've never said that I don't think you are.
I don't believe you.
I've never said that out loud. In no world have I ever said that out loud.
I know. I mean, I get when you see me walking, you're like, there's a reader.
I've never said that either.
There's a man who reads a book every now and again.
Where's he hiding his book?
Where is his book? Honestly, I think if you ever saw me walking with a book, that is the day everyone should be wildly concerned.
He just hit someone over the head with a book.
Or it's
a
like,
tall man.
It's not even my book. It's just like a manifesto of somebody else's thoughts and feelings.
Annotated by you.
It's just like I'm underlining and highlighting. It's like, yeah.
Some good thoughts here, actually.
I think this is great. You know what? I think I will shit in a sock. I think this is a good idea. I think this is an amazing idea. But I think when I tell people that, because it's mainly chicks, anytime I tell a chick that I don't read, they're like, they think I'm like lying to them. And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I'm never.
Do you think it's the mustache? Or like, because you are a put together guy generally. Like the way you dress. The way you dress.
Yeah.
Generally.
This stained Jameson shirt.
Well, you do wear, when
really
I see you, like, you know what clothes fit you.
Sure.
And you do pay attention to your hair and your mustache.
Okay.
And not to blow up your spot, but you've run your daily activities by me, like the way your grooming happens, and they're immaculate.
I try.
So I do wonder if maybe that's why this guy fucking reads.
I mean, I think it's more like when you have a routine,
right,
that doesn't seem crazy, but it is eccentric, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when you have a routine that's not out of control, but it is like you do that every day. I think most people are like, well, what time, when do you make time to read? I'm like, I don't. I watch dumbass documentaries that go absolutely nowhere. Or things that, like, you ever watch a thing there's no narration and it's basically just a picture book for the most part, but it is a bit like it's like a video.
I know what
it's
you're
like
talking
it's
about. Yeah, it's
dude. There are times I'm just like, what am I doing? But I'm watching this happen. I'm watching a man silently take a cast of a termite, like fucking, dude. It's like a termite net, and it's huge. And it's just like, and then you're pulling it out of the ground.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, it's like, it's the craziest fucking thing. And you're just like, what am I?
Like a mold? Or like they made a mold?
They find a termite like colony.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
A colony. I thought you were talking about one individual.
No.
I was like, what? And you're like, they're huge.
They're huge.
Like, you're
They're
not
gigantic African termites.
Oh my god.
Fucking prehistoric.
No, I hear what you're
bugs.
saying. See, that's sick. It's like almost like an ant farm.
Yes.
If we can put it in terms of ants, I can understand
Yes.
what you're saying. No, that's really cool.
Can't wrap his head around termites at all.
No.
Will not even recognize termites at all.
The wood thing is a step
dude.
too far.
They're fucking assholes.
They're vandals.
They're like carpenter bees.
Yes.
Fucking pieces of shit.
At least carpenter bees, they're in a union. These fucking termites. They're
scabs. These fucking pieces of shit.
These fucking rat. I put inflatable rats outside termite colonies.
Oh man, that would be
money.
fucking great.
Yeah.
Just protesting. Like, what are you protesting? Like, these fucking termites.
Fucking scabs.
They're destroying this building that we would have got the contract for.
You want it done and right.
They want it done cheap.
You hire bees. They want it done cheap. And that's
cheap
what they
as
get.
shit. We got messages to listen to.
I'll do that.
God damn.
I'll stick around.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see what we're working with today.
Yo, Ryan, I recently met you at the Helium Bar. I'm that guy who bought you the Heineken Zero. And because I'm a fat gay retard, I got really nervous while I was there with you, and I didn't tell you what I wanted to tell you, which is this. I am quitting the sauce after almost 35 years
Jesus
of
Christ.
drinking my face off. And I've known for a long time that it's necessary if I want to live and eventually see grandkids, but I am so fucking good at drinking that I figured I couldn't give it up. Well, nah, that's not it. I just haven't had the courage to man up enough to quit. Honestly, I've been inspired by you to try harder and make it happen finally. I realized if someone can be as funny, cool, and successful as you are without drinking, I can probably pull it off too. So thanks. Keep crushing shit. You rule.
Well, that was nice.
What a sweet voicemail.
That was nice. That was nice. I wasn't ready for that. Fucking goddamn it.
It is funny.
I was like waiting for someone's like, yeah, I got something to tell you. Fuck you. I was waiting for that as well. Wildly left on that.
Because you wait in these moments to find, where's the point to attack this person? Or maybe that's how I approach things.
I mean, most of the voicemails I get people are very nice, but a lot of them are absurd. So
that was incredibly sweet. And I do think it's very impressive how you've quit the sauce.
Yeah.
And I also, because you do live a life where you are but like comedy happens in alcohol establishments
all the time.
All of them. Like there's very rarely a coffee shop. You know, coffee shops won't book you.
No,
so you're stuck.
That's the whole thing.
You're stuck.
I'm actually banned from most coffee shops,
which is
for
a conundrum.
being drunk.
Yes,
it's fucking wild.
I'm good now. But I am not a sober person, but I've tried, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, well, I guess you drank a Heineken Zero. But
Zero, yeah.
I feel like the non-alcoholic drinks have taken leaps and bounds.
They sure have.
And they like taste. I tried like a hazy IPA that
So you
Lagunitas makes, like the no alcohol one, and it was like drinking a soda. It was delicious.
Yeah, there's one company called Athletic Brewing, and they do like they have the most variety of non-alcoholic shit that I've ever seen. Like that I don't really like. Don't get me wrong, I get it. Because people are nerds and like, I want this fucking IPA.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need this, like, I need this cerveza. Like, they have a fucking non-alcoholic cerveza, which those two words should never go together.
Right? Yeah.
Non-alcoholic cerveza? No. I'm telling you no. Pumping the brakes on that. But they have...
The Mexicans need to drink.
They need the... Have you seen the crisis at the border, Blake?
It's all I think about.
They need their cerveza alcoholic. I don't want to live in a world where there's non-alcoholic cerveza.
But they have like Jack and Coke, like a Jack and Coke non-alcohol. Well, I guess it would just be like, so you're saying like they have
Coke.
It would just be Coke, as I'm saying.
Can I have a Jack and Coke non-alcoholic, please?
Yeah. So you want a Coke?
So you need Coke?
But can you trick
moron?
me? Can you pretend?
Can you just can you like hold the bottle but put your thumb over it and just because I need it?
I need a Coke and a Diet Coke and Coke is what I'll get. Half. You know how people get like a half coffee where it's half. So they'll get a decaf mixed in with a coffee.
What asshole is doing that?
I think it's someone with an asshole that just sprays shit out of it. Because it's to stop them.
That is.
It's to stop them
they
from
shit too much. So
yeah,
like, look,
I think the
can't
caffeine
have this.
Blows them out.
I need something to plug up my butthole.
Yeah.
I can only shit normally. I'm tired of shitting crazy.
They cut it so it's like half calf. So maybe they do it with like, all right, I still want the taste of Coke. Diet Coke just do it for me.
I do find they also make non-alcoholic whiskey, gin, vodka, and those are for mixed drink, like for cocktails,
right?
That people have. And I remember like when they started making non-alcoholic whiskey and bourbon, someone was like, "Aren't you like that? That sounds." I'm like, dude, they're making it for people who aren't drinking a bottle of bourbon in the shower.
Yes,
they're making it like a bottle of bourbon is great and it's versatile, and you can go anywhere with it. But non-alcoholic bourbon tastes like, I've had it. It tastes like cinnamon. They put a lot of cinnamon in it.
It tastes too good.
No, it tastes like shit.
Oh, really?
It tastes like shit, and they try to like, because when you drink bourbon, the whole point is like the taste and then the burn.
Oh, I'm aware.
Keeps you alive.
I'm aware.
Feels so good going down,
brother. Yeah.
It's so good. But they
sorry, pretend like I'm on a motorcycle when people talk about.
No, you just get a little. I saw you get a little hard there.
Man, that's news to me. That thing hasn't moved in a century.
Oh man,
no, it's good.
I don't want to believe that.
No, medically.
Oh,
I had them deactivated.
Unplug my balls.
They unplugged
please.
It. Yeah, man. Luckily. But you were saying that non-alcoholic.
The non-alcoholic bourbon, they try to like get that like familiar burn, so they put a lot of like cinnamon in it, and like some even have like a pepper tincture in it to get that burn that you're used to.
Interesting.
And it's fucking crap. And it's really fucking crap. And I remember someone gave me a bottle of non-alcoholic bourbon, which is kind of a slap in the face, because it's just like non-alcoholic beer, I guess I get, but like non-alcoholic bourbon is like, he's like, you want to dance with fire a little bit, Remember how good this was?
Yeah, here you go.
But you're gonna get all the burn, but none of the feeling of somewhat numbness and accomplishment that you may have had. Like, no, you're just gonna feel like shit, and that. A lot of people don't understand. If you were to give me a bottle of bourbon when I was still drinking, that bottle of bourbon has a shelf life of maybe 3 hours. That's going to go away.
Wild
turkey.
That turkey was batshit crazy.
And it will, I mean, you just, like a bottle of wild turkey, that to me is like 2 movies. You just put on a movie.
That's so scary. That's so scary. No, because I'm like, there's like the world that
that
I'm
is the most sincere. That's so scary I've ever heard in my life. That was you describing every horror movie you've ever. Like that is so.
That's
scary.
so scary. It was a very real thing to
That
say.
was.
Because I, when I was younger, like drank like a maniac. Thank God, like I'm knocking as if something in the past could now happen to me. There was no like disasters or anything like horrible happen, but like,
Sure.
and I still drank. It's like way less, but I do see where I love it so much.
Yeah.
I do see a world where what you were describing, where like just on the couch. God, I used to drink like laying down on the couch, just bourbon on the rock or straight like bullets, and watching a movie, and then you just feel warm and nice.
Yeah.
And then you stand up, and it's like, ooh, this is where I am right now.
Yeah.
And it's just such I can say it's such an easy way of like just from that to the slight right turn where if you have a taste for it,
Yeah.
like what's stopping you really, because
Yeah.
your decision making, you can't make the decisions. So yeah, that's why I was like, oh my God.
It's kind of like, you're at home.
Yeah.
Nothing can really hurt you
No,
except
there's
for
walls.
the objects you have around your house that you could fall into.
Yeah, but
You know?
you can drunk.
I'm not going to baby safe my house for how drunk I am.
Like, why does Ryan have those plastic things in the outlets?
Wait.
He doesn't have a kid.
I've got noodles on every corner of my table. They're like, why is it? Like, you have a baby? I'm like, no, I'm fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
I have fucked myself up.
Oh, just bruised shins.
Yeah,
from
man.
Walking into the glass table.
I've done things like that. We've all
Yeah.
done it.
Dude, I wasn't drunk, but we were staying in my in-laws' place and just woke up disoriented and like walked. I really had to go to the bathroom. Walked at a pace that was a brisk walk right into the corner of a wall where like if there was a hidden camera in the night, like it was completely dark. Walked with the confidence of a man who knew exactly where he was going. My head hit that corner so fucking hard. I like scared myself of like, I don't know how I could have gotten something so wrong. And I just had this big gash in my fucking 30s. Just a gash in my head from walking just directly headfirst into a wall. And I was so afraid of like, I like to think I'm a smart person. Like, no, I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh man, that is so good.
Just seeing the thing of just someone, it was almost as if my wires were wrong. You know, of
you
like,
just fucked up.
yeah.
And you did the
I
thing.
fucked up.
You did the thing where every man who hits his wife, hope happens. Like you did the thing where he could be like, no, she walked into a wall. I swear to God she did. I'm telling you.
Well, that's what she was saying. She was like, "Oh my God, my husband! I swear to God," because
Yeah.
they think she abuses
Oh
me.
my God.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. One time I want to see you with a black eye wearing big glasses. And then I'd be like, Blake, what's wrong? Blake. And you're like, no, it's like, before you really get into it, I was being mouthy. I'm
wearing a wig also for no reason. It's like, what is he doing?
One of those Kremlin scarves.
It's just the look I like.
Just look, I like. If you started adopting battered woman fashion, holy shit, that would be amazing. I'd be like, yeah, that's President Wexler.
That's President Wexler,
who has adopted battered woman fashion, and he's bringing it back. You don't see it very often.
You don't.
You don't. We don't. We used to be a proper country where you would see battered women in public living their life the way, they need to.
No one stepped in.
And now everyone's just, oh, women are tough. No
one wants to work anymore.
No.
I wake up every morning and I scream that at the top of my lungs.
Nobody does want to work anymore.
No one does.
But going back to you walking into a wall,
Please.
I once, and I did it was so stupid that like later, you ever do something so dumb and no one's around and you're just like, I can't believe that like I am so dumb.
It's crazy.
And no one was even there to like kind of yuck it up and laugh at you where you could even be like,
Yes.
look, yeah. But really you're just by yourself in a very lonely place and you're like,
Yeah.
oh man, fuck. I was drunk by myself at my parents' house and I actually went and replaced it and they don't even know and they're not gonna know because they don't listen to this fucking show.
Nobody open your mouths about this either.
There was there was a window. This is at my old house. There was a window that led out to our back porch, and I was drinking, and I like saw it open, and I was like, I'm gonna dive through this window. Like I remember just like I'm just gonna like fucking superhero out of the window, and I fucking ran as fast as I could, not knowing that there was like. One, the screen was down.
Yeah.
And then there was also, you know, those like weird glass screens that are also.
Oh my God, no! But
so there's like the screen, and then you know, like the little glass screen that's also like part of the window, and then there's the big wooden part. The glass screen, which I didn't see at all, was like it was up, so I wasn't diving through that, but it was down low enough to where like my hands, like I was like, here we go. I hit that. Broke through the screen, which I didn't think was there, and then broke the glass fucking thing, and glass and screen were everywhere, and then the screen was stuck on my head like when like a cartoon goes through a fucking painting, and they're like, I can't get it off of my head, and I was laying in glass and a screen on the back porch, just like,
oh my God.
I can only imagine if like anyone was around to see it, would have been the funniest, stupidest thing in the world.
This the serene, quiet night.
Oh yeah,
and
dude,
then just fucking
and you
hell
say quiet
coming
night?
through.
No, dude, it was dusk. It was beautiful sunset.
Oh my God!
And then all of a sudden, just and then me laying like
Is he robbing his own home? What the hell just happened?
Why is he diving out of the window?
Yeah,
and I fucking.
That's amazing.
I then had to get up. I had to pull the glass screen out of the thing, and like I was blown away. I think I had cut my elbow, and like my shirt was cut, and I had glass in my hair, but nothing major. But I had scraped my face too. I fucking looked ridiculous, and then I had to like conjure a lie. I was like, what will I tell? What will I tell them if they do find out about this?
It was a car accident. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, that's worse.
It was just right there.
Yeah.
It was centralized right through the window, or I would just be like, yeah, fucking eagle came through the fucking. That would be great.
Oh my God, what was it Michael Peterson who there was the owl came in and killed his wife? It was like one of the. He was a well-known actor. I think there was a documentary on Netflix called The Staircase, and it was the guy killed his wife for sure, but. He for sure killed his wife, but
you were using the excuse an owl killed your wife. You killed your wife.
An ex-lover who was an owl came in to settle the score at night, which is when they fucking operate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that was one of the things. But got an eagle with the fucking.
See, that's the whole thing. I would, if I was so dumb to be like bird, I would go try to find a dead bird and just throw feathers at it. Like I would try.
You kill an endangered bird.
Just like cut its head off. It's like where did you get that scarlet macaw from? It's like I don't know.
Oh, they're everywhere.
They're coming from the power plant. I swear to God, Mom, we have a very big problem. We have a serious problem in this town.
It came from Limerick.
Yeah,
goddamn.
It flew from Limerick into Royersford, and now we're fucked, Mom. We have to be on the lookout for macaws. I would love that. Or I would blame a bat. We had bats.
Bats are easy to blame.
Bats are the biggest, easiest thing to blame. But I would make sure, like, the way the whole window was destroyed, I'd have to, like, make up a lie that it was, like, the biggest
flock
bat.
Of bats. Yeah.
No, I would just say, I wouldn't say, it
was a bat man.
I would say one bat. It was like a huge bat. I would be in the paper. Like, you know, it's one of those lies that like you see in like the paper from 1900 where it's like, large bat flew through. It's like, I swear to God. And like, there's no picture.
It's just an alcoholic with a bunch of like scars. And it's like, it wasn't a bat. Like now we know.
Yeah,
but the guy was like the sheriff, so you had
to believe
or own the bank.
He's like, no, he was just drunk and fell into a cactus, and he's claiming a werewolf did it.
It was a bat. You pushed me.
And I was like, you don't understand. I was walking around this gigantic demon from hell. Flew from the sky and hit me in the head.
It's a ghoul.
It was horrific. Well, you know what? We have to hide the children. And all it takes is one child dying. And then you blame it on that.
It's true.
That's all it takes. You want to fucking make a lie run away with itself? One kid dies. It's all you need.
It is funny that a drunken fall into a cactus could just completely change the history of a town for hundreds of years, where it's like, well, now we need to protect ourselves against bats.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Just
like
giant bats.
the guy's
Giant,
like,
primordial bats.
Yeah, we put a lot of money into these bat fucking defenses because I had a little too much to drink.
It's like, what is this, bat guns? It's
Yeah.
like bat guns, bat fences. Mr. Mayor, where are you getting all the money for this? It's like, we need it.
We got to close the school.
You don't
because-
understand.
I don't know if we need to close the school. No, these bats are rampant.
They're out of control. I actually been getting phone calls from bats late at night there. It's like they call, and my ex-wife says she's been getting phone calls from bats about taking her back and wanting
That's
to.
true.
It's very.
They're
very
fucking
weird.
our wives.
They're fucking our wives.
or at least
these
they
bats.
used to. It's not even their actively. It's like not even a problem anymore. But
No.
these bats used to
fuck our wives.
I can't even think about that. We got to get it back.
They keep all the bat defense in because they don't want them coming back to fuck their wives.
Fool me once.
Fool me once.
Shame on her. It's still like anti-woman for some.
It's like, she's a bitch.
She was tricked.
She's
easily tricked.
You know what? I honestly, when she left the house, I was like, that's gonna attract bats.
That's
Gonna get a bat.
the way you wear your hair. It looks like a fucking nest.
You're just-
I've told you, you've got nest head.
You smell like shit. Bat shit.
Yep.
You're fucking making things very hard for yourself. And like, if you get attacked by a bat, who's gonna be who do we blame?
You're carrying all the fruit that I buy in the house. You bring it out with you.
Why do you
These
have
omnivore fucking bats are gonna go nuts for this.
you have a plastic carrying case full of fucking grasshoppers just
God damn it.
shaking them around?
Yeah.
You know they work on sonar, Karen. You know
Jesus
they work on
Christ.
sonar.
You're putting out the waves. These things sleep upside down.
Do you think they're just gonna? You're hot. Okay,
Yeah.
look, I'm telling
Listen,
you, you're attractive.
I fell in love with you for a fucking reason, and it's not the grasshopper.
It's not the grasshopper.
No.
You've got bad attractiveness.
Fuck, you are bat hot.
Damn, you were bad hot. I will fuck the shit out of you.
You know what? I think I have a lot in common with these bats. I'm doing a bit of a 180. I think I'll sleep upside down. I don't give a
Oh
shit.
man,
Makes me smart.
that's funny. People believe that too.
Being upside down makes you smart.
Makes you was a healthier way to sleep.
Jesus.
Even in the Civil War, sitting up while sleeping was apparently the healthiest way to sleep.
It's a quick way to fucking catch a
Dude,
round bullet.
This is how dumb we are. This is how dumb
Yeah.
people are. Like, don't get me wrong. We have a lot of technological advancements. We've come a long way, baby. We've come
have
a
some.
long way.
That's right.
We don't even fuck bats no more.
No, we try not to.
We
yeah.
try not to, but
We do our best
we do
not to fuck bats.
Look, I'm sorry. I have
Yeah.
a very big thing for bats.
Listen, I don't know how else to say it.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to walk around knowing there are sexy flying mammals,
Yeah.
and
It's
you could. I mean, how big? How now,
my biggest bet. Is that what you're gonna ask? Huh?
What I'm saying is, I was gonna ask you a way dumber question.
No, ask. Really? A dumber question.
I don't
than
know.
The biggest
I
bat?
don't know if you're picking up on the theme of this podcast.
Yeah.
It's dumb, dude.
It was a Louisville Slugger-sized fruit bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
32-inch.
how big of a bat do you think you could fuck to kill it?
Wait. So hold on. What's the smallest that I could have sex with a bat and it would die?
It would die. But what do you think is the biggest?
Oh, the biggest. I understand.
What do you think is the
So-
biggest you could actually penetrate?
Like a 3-foot bat would live because it's too big. It could bear the brunt. You know what I'm saying?
I like,
you know
what I'm saying?
Am I being clear?
Yo.
I'm not being opaque with
No,
my
no.
my bat fucking statements. I would say it's so hard not to like do pervert voice when you're talking about things like this. I would have to go with it.
What type of bat would you fuck if you could, and how?
They've got those webs on their wing.
Like, I don't know what a bat.
4.5 inches.
4.5 inches.
Yeah, the top. That's the biggest.
Now, look, I'm not gonna
Pry.
pry and think that I know how big your erect penis is.
Yeah, well, that makes 2 of us. No one knows. Just that secret died with that bat.
The last thing that knew was a winged mammal.
It's a dead bat.
God damn it.
Craziest thing I hope I ever say.
That.
But I've thought that 4 times throughout this conversation so
What?
far. This interview that you've been doing with me.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh my God. I think did we still have one message? Holy shit. We still have one more.
I'll listen to it.
We got wrapped up in bat fucking,
Happens.
which is, par for the course. I hope this one is way more mean.
What's up, Shaner? I'm here in Iceland for a little bit, and I got to be honest with you, man. The pussy out here is primo, and I've been doing my thing. I've been running through. I've been emptying clips. I've been dumping loads. I've been raw dogging. I've been Ramboing, if you know what I mean. And I guess my question is, at what point do I get tested? Do I wait to go back to the States? Do I get tested here? Do I tell the girls I'm sleeping with now that I use a condom? I mean, I'm not going to tell them that I've been raw dogging randos. I mean, who wants to, I don't want to have that conversation. So much easier to lie. But yeah, so I guess my question just is, at what point do you get tested? I mean, if you don't have anything on your dick, if nothing itches, if nothing burns when you pee, you should be okay, right? I don't know. Let me know. Thanks.
Can I say a very serious thing before
Yes.
we answer this?
Yes.
And by the way, this, sexually transmitted disease is a serious topic, but I do want to just start, and let's have fun after this. But the women in Iceland, I've heard, they'll wreck your dick. Thank you.
Blake Wexler, everybody, was sitting on that joke from the moment he heard Iceland. From the moment.
For my joke.
That
For my joke.
God damn. That was perfect.
Thank you.
Now,
They'll wreck your dick. Your bick.
now, during the creative process of that joke, what did you think? Now, when you heard Iceland, I know you immediately thought of, Nordic slang maybe, or even something to do with, how pristine the area is, because, it would be a juxtaposition to how dirty the women may be. But you went with wordplay,
Yes.
which immediately, to me, shows that you, even though you weren't able to get through a book about the French Revolution in 6 months and you only got to 100 pages of it, somebody as well-rounded as you understood that Reykjavik is that the capital of Iceland?
I believe, yes.
That you went wordplay instead of Reykjavik, and this is amazing for those who are just watching. You went with Reykjavik, which honestly, in my eyes, is top tier joke. And honestly, at this point in time, I'm glad we took it down a little bit before we go into STI talk.
Of
and
course.
whether or not wearing a condom or raw dogging women in a different country is, a good idea. And then to explain to people when you're coming back, if you have something wrong with your penis or your urethra or anything like that, that you may give them a sexually transmitted disease. I think what we can focus on right now is how good of a joke that was.
Thank you.
And how well you played it off. And then the exit, which, again, insanely comedic.
Thank you.
You do a lot.
First of all, I heard everything you just said, and I want to say thank you. And when I was studying at university, I realized that someday we would be able to put together, now it's a holistic education. So you learn the capitals of Scandinavian countries, and then you also learn cock jokes. And there was one day I remember I was sitting in class, and a nice young man raised his hand, and he said he was talking about when he met his girlfriend, and he used a pickup line, and he said, "Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see." And then I raised my hand, And I said, I met my girlfriend with a pickup line by saying, "Are you from Oakland? Because I oak you land on my dick." And it was when I said that, I received tenure as a student, which has never happened, I believe, in the history.
So you said this was holistic. Are you sure it wasn't gaping holistic?
Oh, yeah, it was a serial gapist was actually loose on campus that day, now that you bring that up. But yes, it was gaping. It was so holistic. It was gaping.
It was
holistic.
a gaping holistic.
Yes. But no, I appreciate all your words, and that joke is available on vinyl. A whole disc.
Just that whole
One
thing?
whole thing is just that. And most of it is silence of me pulling my pants over my boots and exiting.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's on vinyl.
Oh, man. How much are you charging for that?
Oh, that?
One
It's
joke?
pay as you can, but with a minimum of $50. There's
Pay as you can. As you can.
Yeah, pay as you can. Yeah, whenever you get a chance.
Shit.
Yeah.
God damn it. Well, I would say this, going back to the STI.
He did ask a question.
He did ask a question. First off, I appreciate you doing your thing in Iceland for us American boys who aren't doing our thing over there. I appreciate you, emptying clips, as you put it, dumping loads, which right there, I think, as much as worrying about an STI in Iceland, if you're coming in women in a different country,
Oh my God.
that's a whole new bag of problems. Maybe, sure, in your head, you're just leaving. This isn't, what's the word? The past. We're living in the future.
What is that phrase? That je ne sais quoi? That's something that happened from before.
The
It's not
past?
before. It's not before. The past.
Fuck.
It's on the tip of my tongue. What is it?
Oh, what is that? The past. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, with technology and the way that everyone is trackable and, I'm pretty sure you've got a Facebook, Instagram, things like that. I'm pretty sure if you were to dump in a lady from fucking Iceland and you got her knocked up, she'd be able to find you
Fairly quickly.
Yeah. But do you tell other people that you've been raw dogging people in a different country and then come back to the States and then try to get back into fucking them raw? I would say, be upfront about everything. As a guy who's raw dogged a fair amount of chicks.
In the past.
In the past? In the, what is that term?
Oh God, it was
The before time.
Not now.
Not now.
Not coming up.
Damn it.
Back there.
Back there. Back. In the back.
In the back.
I've raw dogged a fair amount of chicks in the back.
In the back.
In the back. You gotta be open with everybody, because the last thing you want to do, because now it's like, again, it's common decency to do it, but now I think if you give someone an STI and you don't tell them that you have it, you can be in trouble. Like, you can be charged.
Interesting.
Like, I know if you have I heard, again, I don't know, this might be a urban legend, but I heard if you have HIV, or if you're HIV positive and you know you're HIV positive and you sleep with somebody who you haven't disclosed that and they become HIV positive, they can sue you for some sort of crime.
I think that makes sense.
I think
being upfront in general, I always answer this seriously. I would be honest. Just sucks all the comedy out of the whole thing.
Like, I would be.
Yeah, I'd treat them with respect and be honest, regardless of whether it's a Finnish woman or a Swedish woman or an Icelandic or a Greenlandic.
Is there any women on Greenland? Is there anybody living on Greenland?
Fuck if I know. I haven't checked.
Also,
quite some time.
Greenlandic women sound.
Greenlandic
women.
A Greenlandic woman. Sounds like, imagine someone said, I slept with a Greenlandic woman. It's like, what planet are you on?
What the fuck did you do?
What?
Greenlandic? Yeah, what do you even call someone from? Because Icelandic, Finnish, Danes.
The
goddamn Danes, the Danish, creamy in the middle. And then Greenlandic?
That can't be right.
No.
One weird one is like Liverpool. I'm a fan of their soccer team, and apparently, which is not relevant to the story at all, but the people who live in Liverpool are called Liverpudlians instead of Liverpoolians, which I feel like would make more sense.
Well, first off, if it's a soccer thing, they should be called Liverpooligans. Why the fuck doesn't that happen?
God.
You goddamn English idiots.
Thank you.
Pooligans. You're from Liverpool. You've got a fucking football club. Pooligans.
That was immediate, too, from you. That took you no time.
Honestly, I was just like, well, that was, you know what that was? That was my recce dick.
That was your recce
That was my recce
That'll
dick.
go down in the books that we won't read.
That was my recce dick,
as your
everybody.
recce dick.
God damn it. This has been the End Podcast. Blake, thank you so much
Thank you.
for being on the show. Make sure you call the hotline, 833-443-5300, and we will address any comment, question, or concern, or whether or not you're in a different country doing your thing with a Greenlandic person. Thank you so much. We're going to switch over Patreon later.